We're in the Paracas History Museum in Paracas, Peru, and what we're doing today is monumental. We're going to take this skull, which is all wrapped, as you can see, out of the case, and we're going to unravel it and find out what the shape of the skull is that's inside of it. This is a Royal Paracas baby, probably about 1 year old, and you want to see what kind of deformation is evident in the skull. We're also taking this middle one out here, the tall one, and that one will be cast in order to make copies for future scientific investigation.
Okay. So I thought maybe jawbones or anything like that.
Let's get the camera first. And we can throw this back in the case.
Oh, there's my evidence.
So as you can see, this will be a full forensic professional investigation of the elongated skulls of Paracas, Peru. And this, to my knowledge, has never been done before.
If it rocks, it's indicative that it's not Eastern Asian. We know that. It could be more. It kind of rules out. It doesn't tell you exactly what it is, but it'll rule out, like Asiatic culture. So.
And of course, if that's true, then that upsets the Darwinian theory of the Bering Strait, people coming over at the end of the last ice age hunting megafauna.
Right.
And flora.
Well, of course, it's not African. African wouldn't rock.
No, probably wouldn't. It would be flat. So if this was Eastern Asian or African, it wouldn't rock. It would just lay flat. It wouldn't rock. But the fact that it rocks would be indicative of either European or North or Central South American.
Or both.
Or it could be any of that, but you just don't know. The other way to do, so that does rock.
Without putting words in your mouth, could it have come from the Middle East?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of red hair coming up in the Paracas culture, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? But the Chinese, didn't some of the Chinese have?
Well, white people. I mean, the Caucasians that were found, they were
Right.
from
Right, and those were fairly recently found.
And so who would say this isn't some of them?
Well,
And then the Chinese extraditions.
yeah. I don't know that you can really say that, but I think it's just it's just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't give you definitive information, but it just helps to clarify maybe what it's not. That's important. The other thing you can do is look at the nasal cavity and and just see what the shape of the nasal cavity, and then the size of the orbits. You look at the brow as well. This has no pronounced brow. So as Joe was indicating earlier, it's probably female, and I do agree on that. So it does got a kind of a teardrop type of nasal cavity to it, which would also reflect that it's probably not Eastern Asian. But
What would an Eastern Asian nasal cavity look like? Compare it just verbally for us.
well, I'd have to have a chart to show you.
There's wear in the jawbone there, right?
It's just decreasing as the bone closes in. So it means the teeth been gone a long time. She's also got a very pronounced chin.
Right.
I mean, the chin don't look very point there.
It's just kind of smooth back up in here, which is
Is this disease here?
that may be cavity or something.
It's not a foramen?
I think this is right here. That's the nerve, yeah.
Is that the mental foramen?
When we rotate the skull and we look down at the dentition, can you determine if the wisdom teeth are in?
See, these teeth have been gone a long time. The ones beside it.
Yeah, because there's no holes. There's no holes there.
That's
So
infilling.
yeah, this is nerve root here.
The first thing we want to try to do is determine what layers were wrapped last, so we can unwrap them first, see how which way the cloth is going, and That way it won't tear the cloth, hopefully it won't fall apart.
It's okay.
There's a, you know, the tooth, and this little tooth in there, I don't know if that's in the skull or what, but it's, I don't think it should be there. Concur?
Oh, wow. No, that's,
There may be
yeah.
some damage. It looks like I think the lower jaw is in place here, but that was broken off.
yeah.
Probably when they recovered it.
It's got a fantastic band, though. It's got color in it still.
Yeah.
The band is amazing around it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Purple and green, purple and green.
Yeah, it's really fantastically well preserved.
You want to collect stuff over here?
Sure, yeah, just,
So we don't keep messing with it? All right.
yeah, what do you want to?
All right, Joe, go ahead and start. Tell us what you're spraying it with, Joe.
This is distilled water, so we don't contaminate any samples that might be taken. Boy, it is really
Oh. You lost
Cut.
what happened.
Um,
It's probably going to be a lot of it, actually.
Yep, right up under here.
Yeah, that's where the hair is coming down. That's on the front of his face.
Okay, this outer wrap is off. All right,
All right, let's see if we can keep that together.
Let's
now.
get a- let's get, let's get it back over on the table a little bit.
Depending on what the carbon dating comes back at. And the reason for this is he's trying to locate and get a sample of pollen. If we can get a good sample of the pollen that was in the area when this particular individual was buried, we can then determine whether the fauna was the same as it is today. In other words, was this area in Paracas, or the Paracas area, was it as dry as it is now, or was there sufficient rainfall? Did it host a variety of plant life that's not here today? And that's the whole purpose of the pollen test.
Well, just
Unravel this elongated shape, and again, the purpose of it is to ascertain whether this is naturally occurring or is the result of cradle headboarding, and we'll soon find out.
Great.
what is it? That's hair. Is that hair? Or
Well, I think it's part of the cloth.
I don't know.
What are you talking about, Joe?
It looks like the tongue. I can't really see it.
Seriously?
Yeah, it might be the tongue. It might give you last meal. The teeth can give you last meal. In fact, the teeth can tell you what plant juices they ate last. Right there. See?
This part of the cloth has all been sort of fused together, deteriorated.
I wonder if we could actually determine what chemicals they used to...
I'm sure they can, yeah. Put it under some rock. Well, it's hydrophilia. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling us what it is.
It does pose a question of why was he buried? Well, what happened to him? What does that tell us?
Is it working?
No, we don't have a big picture. Yeah. Get out MX, just, yeah, there we go. Don't hit that one?
Thermal?
Yeah. You know, it's all the lights. That's what we're fighting with. We're fighting the lights.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, let's,
What's the problem?
We're fighting the lights.
your lights are killing it.
Oh, can you turn them off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you would
that
just
was right.
briefly, so we can get the sample. I switched it back over to infrared.
Espérame, sí ha salido. Otro más, otro más.
Freaking paparazzi here.
It is.
Let's see the front, yeah.
Ya no más, señor Juan. Salió uno.
Apágala para que vuelva a poner.
That's just way outside normal, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're looking at, but it's not normal.
Ya, toma una foto y después me la mandas a mi correo.
Claro, acá yo te voy a poner de acá. Qué bonito.
And then one more. Remember, it's 3D, so you might want to. There you go. There you go. And then one with my phone. If somebody could get one with my phone, please.
Falta Joy.
Phone in it.
Joy.